Boa noite, Portugal. Muy buenas a todos. Sean bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista internacional acá en Shufflin media. Les saludo a Mayere Betancor. Seguimos recorriendo el Festival da Canção 2025 y esta vez con uno de los nombres muy potentes este año. Inés Marques Lucas, boa noite.
Olá, boa noite.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué tal va todo?
I'm chilling in my room.
Yes, tell me.
Yep, I'm super excited. It's an honor to be in the Festival da Canção, and I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now.
Before starting about, antes de empezar preguntándote sobre Festival da Canção, sobre Eurovisión, ¿cómo ha ido tu carrera musical hasta ahora? ¿Quién es Inés Marques Lucas en la música?
So I've started to learn music when I was 5. So, but my official career, started 2 years ago. I released my first single 2 years ago, like yesterday. It was on my birthday, so I know the date. It's just starting. It feels like a long time because I've wanted to make music for a long time, but I didn't pull the trigger until 2 years ago. I've been on The Voice, but it was only 2 years ago that I committed full on.
So then, for you as a kind of new artist, how you receive the call from the Radio Televisão Portuguesa for telling you that you were one of the participants of Festival da Canção?
I was one of the submissions.
Yes.
So I submitted my song, and I knew the dates when the submissions would end, and since then it was like a week that I knew that someone would or wouldn't call. In that week, I answered all the calls in my phone from numbers that I didn't know, and it was just like water bills or TV or commercials, and I was a bit, oh no, not again, another call that I didn't want. And then I talked to my manager and I told her this, and she gave me the number of the person that would call if they would. So when they called me, I knew it was FdC. So it was I had to pretend that I was surprised when I answered, like,
oh my God,
who is this? But I was super happy. I had to pretend that I didn't know what was that. But it was amazing. I felt nervous as soon as I saw the number calling, and but I was also expecting that call. I am very proud of my song, and I really wanted to perform it live. So I really wanted to be chosen.
Let's start about talking about your song. Your song is called Quantos Queres, how many you want in English. What is the story and the origin behind this song?
Yeah, I think, do you in Spain have, it's like the origami children's game?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes.
We call it here pico pico, if I remember well.
In Portuguese, we call it Quantos Queres.
Oh.
So yeah, I think my lyrics are a bit difficult to understand for non-Portuguese speakers, because it has a lot of metaphors, but I will try to explain them all. So the name of the song is Quantos Queres, which is the game in which you have different colors and you get different results depending on which ones you choose. And it also means how many do you want. and the song talks about the pressure that I felt growing up to be normal and following the right path. So it has a lot of metaphors with clothes and sculptures, because I'm always trying to change my clothes and to mold myself. But in the end, the song is me like breaking that pattern and accepting that I am what I am, and that I don't have to change my clothes. So the chorus says Quantos Queres, which is the game, and it also says Mal me quer, which is a flower. Is it the same in Spanish?
I guess so, yeah.
Mal me quer. It's the one you pick the petals and you say, now you want me, now you don't,
Yeah.
now you want me. Yeah, so it's a metaphor for the children time, the Quantos Queres and the Mount Quer. And yeah, I think this is
There is a,
the main message of the song.
there is a good mixing of metaphors. It's really interesting how you develop this. Will be good. It will be interesting to see in the states how you put, as far as you can tell. Don't spoil us everything, of course. How you put these metaphors in the staging for your
Yeah.
performance. In your case, will be in the second semifinal in March 1st.
Yes. I'm super excited for that because I already had in mind what I wanted to do in the performance when I submitted the song, and everything is working out. I don't I don't really can say much because it lives from the surprise of the performance, but I think it will entertain. That's what I can say. It won't
Yes.
be just a plain, simple
Yeah.
performance.
You will be alone, or you will have any dancers or chorus
I
in your
can't
performance.
I can't say
Fair
sorry.
enough. No, no, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. And how are the rehearsals and all the preparations are going for? How is it going? You told me off the record that it was a bit tiring, if I, as much as you can say.
A bit.
Tiring, a bit tired, a bit
Oh,
challenging.
yeah, because um, my ideas for the performance involve a lot of different factors that one depends on the other and then the other depends on the other. So we are rehearsing. Last week we had every day a rehearsal, and this week we paused, and next week we'll have them again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's challenging because
It's,
involves
it's like the lyrics of the song is like interconnected different things in different parts, I guess.
yeah, the performance will be connected with the lyrics.
Mm-hmm. It's understandable. I get you. This festival that cancel is really strong, at least in the names and also in the songs. Your semifinalists quite
Yeah,
tough. What are your thoughts about your teammates in the Festival da Canção this year? What are your, if you wanna tell, of course, what are your
yeah.
favorite songs from your competitors?
So I think the I heard the all 20 songs at once. So I did that thing that I wanted to experience the thing people would experience when they would hear the songs at once.
Yeah.
So I felt like even for me it's a lot of information at once, to like you're hearing 20 songs in one hours and 1 hour,
Yeah.
and you don't remember what just happened unless the songs are different.
Hmm.
So I think that happened to me too. And the Enka song, it's the it's amazing. I really hope she makes it, because
Hmm.
and that Portuguese people vote for her, even if it's in English. Uh,
Yeah.
but I think that one stood out for me because it's so different, and Peculiar's song too.
Hmm.
Um, and but now I think those stand out right away because
Yeah.
they are different. I think now the songs are getting more plays from people that really connect to that genre. That
Hmm.
so I think now Portuguese people are listening to the songs that they like outside of the Festival da Canção.
Yeah.
It, it's just a single that we all released, and I think right now, 2 weeks after, it's the time that people are really connecting to the songs and not
Yeah.
just hearing them at once.
Yeah, of course. Totally understand that. We do the same here in Spain. What about your Eurovision journey? If you follow the festival, at least I always had the same answer, but it's really exciting to hear how was the first victory of Portugal with Salvador Sobral, that breaking point. What is your first memories from watching Eurovision Song Contest, and how how was your experience watching the Salvador Sobral victory?
It was I wasn't before Salvador. I didn't know much about Eurovision. I knew about Festival da Canção, but not about Eurovision. And when he won, then I start in that year. I started to watch things and seeing the reactions and everything. And it's fun. It's funny because in Portugal, Portuguese people didn't love him at first, and
Yeah.
after everyone in the world was talking about him and saying that he should win, and all that buzz was what that brought Portuguese people to actually hearing the song with
Hmm.
an open heart, because everyone was like judging him by what he looked like and not by the song. And I think it's always a surprise in Festival da Canção, because we never know who will go to the final or who will win. It's
Hmm.
always a surprise, and I think that's a good thing, that we don't know what will happen. And Salvador was the first that won Eurovision, and I think he was the main artist that got Portuguese people to care about Eurovision. At least
Hmm.
I felt that way, and I started to want to go to Festival da Canção because of this main event.
Hmm. Totally, I always have this kind of answer. This kind of answer that Portugal when to go to Eurovision, when strong with Eurovision after before the 90s decline, and now with Salvador Sobral and the mind change of the radio
Yeah.
televisión portuguesa. Last but not least, Inés, besides all that could happen in match the first in your semi-final in Festival da Canção or even in Eurovision, you were selected. What are your future plans as as a singer? Any album? Maybe some gigs?
Yeah, I just announced yesterday. I did. It was my 30th. I did 30 years yesterday.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I announced a small tour, a 3 show tour, one per decade. and the tour is called Quantos Queres 30. So how many do you want? 30. And I just announced it. It will be one in Lisbon, one in Coimbra, and one in Leiria. It's on my Instagram if anyone wants to go. And I have already the next single planned. I know it will be before summer. I just don't know when because it depends on Quantos Queres. If Quantos Queres wants to breathe a bit more, it will delay the next single. But everything is planned, and I want to release an EP this year after summer.
As a kind of new artist, new composer, we can expect some maybe the same sound as Quantos Queres, so you will try to experiment with another genres and other styles of music.
I think my last album was a mix of. It was indie pop, but it was a mix of dancey indie pop and more intense, dark indie pop. I think it was 4 songs of each. I feel like Quantos Queres is the first one that it's a mix of both in one song. And that is, I started to be more, not as electronic. And now I think me and my producer, we are trying to be more. We still do a lot of things with the guitars and but we are trying to include more synths too. And Quantos Queres, I think it's a mix of both that will be present in the next ones because I already have a few songs done. We are just waiting for the right moment to release them, but it will be indie pop. Maybe Quantos Queres is a bit more pop than indie pop, but I will remain indie. And I just want to say I think intense messages through light songs.
That's a really good. Es un muy buen concepto, de verdad. Muy, muy interesante. Inés Marques Lucas, muchísimas gracias. Muy obrigado por estar con nosotros. Muchísima suerte en el Festival da Cansado, en la semifinal que tienes el día 1 de marzo. Y a ustedes, si les gusta mucho este tipo de entrevistas, denle a suscribirse al botón de like. No les cuesta nada. Sigan a Inés Marques Lucas en Instagram si quiere que te dé una gira espectacular por Portugal. Nos vemos en la siguiente. Ha sido Mar Betancor. Muito obrigado. Boa noite. Bye.
Obrigada.